Good morning, I'm Caroline Mueller. The time is now 6:28 and today's date is February 17th. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmol for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, I saw some snow flurries while I was driving in this morning. What is it looking like out there?
Well, we do still see those snow flurries this morning across the area. Some places are in the clear as you are heading out the door, but others are not, especially as you're traveling more towards central portions of our region. This is the loop of the past 3 hours, and now it is lightening up already, but by the time we get to 9 o'clock, we should see it cleared out of our region and the rest of your day looking a lot better and a lot drier. Current temperatures this morning are chilly. As you are heading out the door, make sure you have your coat because it is going to be a cold one all day long. 20s right now, but as we head into the afternoon, we're still looking cold in the 30s. So be prepared for a cold day. Now, as we're going through the next couple hours, we'll continue to see those temperatures chilly, of course, but we'll hit those high temperatures around that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock hour, seeing partly cloudy, mostly sunny skies. Caroline.
Megan, thank you. If you've not downloaded the WYMT weather app, now would be a good time to do so. The WYMT weather app gives you the ability to stay alerted on rain, sleet, snow, ice, and even cold temperatures. You can scan the QR code on your screen with your phone's camera or on a QR code app. It'll take you to where you can download the app for free. Flooding continues to plague some parts of eastern Kentucky while recovery efforts are expected to last the next few days. It's a feeling all too familiar for numerous folks in Breathitt County. The North Fork of the Kentucky River runs behind the homes of Rose Bowling and her son-in-law Nicholas Stacy on Quicksand Road. But on Sunday, the water was up to their back doors. The pair say the area is prone to flooding, and in 2022, floodwater filled Bowling's basement, all while it was 5 feet within the main floor of Stacy's home.
It's just a reoccurring thought until this crest, and it's supposed to crest at 1.
Everybody says that you should move, but you know, that's not always possible.
Stephen Bowling with Breathitt County Emergency Management says people were more prepared this time around, but crews have conducted around 100 rescues throughout the county so far. In Estill County, people are seeing flooding impacts from the rise of the Kentucky River. Ronnie Riddle with Estill County Emergency Management tells us they're expecting the Kentucky River to peak at 35 feet. For residents, that means flooded roadways and homes possibly affected.
If it's close to your home and you think you might need to take an action, go ahead and take it. If you think it would be better off going somewhere else, go ahead and do that. Don't take a risk.
Riddle says the most important thing people should remember is to avoid driving through flooded roadways. As we've been saying and will continue to say, remember, turn around, don't drown. In Hindman, water levels from Troublesome Creek went down, making it easier for communities impacted to start the recovery process. Yesterday, East Main was completely covered in water. Crews were seen on that same road clearing out debris and mud that covered the street. In Frogtown in the Holly Hills area, there was still flooding in some places last night. Knott County Central High School principal Bobby Pollard explained what the schools are seeing.
In Knott County, I think all of our schools right now are safe. We didn't have any water in any of the buildings. We just completed a $4 million facility renovation, a new football field, turf field, and track, and bleachers and everything. And so I checked it this morning and found that the hollow behind it had washed out, and we've got a lot of debris on the track and the field, and one side of the field is completely flooded.
Principal Pollard also says his teacher leadership team has gotten together to try and reach out to students and see what residents in Knott County need. It could take a few days to truly know the damage, but the Knott County Central community is doing what they can to help people in the area. One property owner in Harlan County expressed his frustration with the amount of times his property has been affected by flooding and hoping and searching for answers to the continued issues. Michael Scott owns one property in Dayhoyt that continues to encounter flood damages year after year. The property was previously a store built by and owned by his mother. He since turned it into an apartment for renters. He says it is heartbreaking to see, and there are so many memories being washed away each time.
Just knowing that it's just another Pittsburgh home. It hurts.
His main concern is his tenant, a single mother of 3. They are seeking arrangements for the family to be housed somewhere safe, but they say people in the area need help and they wish to see answers. We have some more photos to show you of the damage caused by the flooding. This is from yesterday at Redbird Mission in Clay County. The building you see on the right is the medical center. And deputies with the Clay County Sheriff's Office posted this image on Highway 1524 near Goose Rock Elementary School. It looked like this Sunday. The sheriff told WYMT there were still parts of the county that were not accessible. And there was a fire overnight in Floyd County. Reports say the fire began around 11 p.m. heading into Monday morning. It was at the intersection of KY Route 550 and KY Route 7. There was no word from officials on if it was contained or if there were any injuries. The Martin Fire Department is back in action, answering calls after a mass walkout 2 weeks ago left the city relying on mutual aid. On January 30th, firefighters resigned from the department, citing issues between the department and the city's mayor, Sam Howe, from financial concerns to a lack of support. Now, a new chief takes the helm, and he says 26 new members are on board to respond for the city, with trucks back on the road and the department looking forward.
Anything that happened before I accepted chief, it's on everybody else. Me and my guys, we're here for the community.
Meade says he hopes to reestablish the department and strengthen its community relationships, and he would love to see the firefighters who left return if he can get things turned around. Kentucky State Police say 2 people are dead after a home invasion in Manchester. Troopers say they were called to the scene around 4:30 Saturday morning. Manchester Police Department arrived to the scene first, where they found 2 people who were shot. KSP determined that they were trying to force their way in with intent to steal firearms. During the break-in, KSP says a juvenile resident of the home saw the intruders with firearms, retrieved a gun, and acting in self-defense, shot them. KSP identified the intruders as Roger Smith and Jeffrey Allen. They were both pronounced dead at the scene. The investigation remains ongoing. One Clay County man is facing charges in connection with a Jackson Energy propane tank taken from a telecommunications service provider. Deputies with the sheriff's office received a call about the matter last Friday. Police later found the propane tank at a home on North Highway 421 behind a trailer. 54-year-old Leslie Roberts of Manchester was charged with receiving stolen property. He was taken to the Clay County Detention Center. A defamation lawsuit names London Mayor Randall Weddle and 2 men from the True Crime Cast YouTube channel. Plaintiff Elijah Jarvis claims Weddle made reckless statements about him in a podcast to silence him. The video has since been deleted or made private. Our sister station, WKYT, reached out to Mayor Weddle for comment but has not heard back. Jarvis previously told WKYT he requested records on the deadly police shooting of Doug Harless and later saw 911 employees redacting information at FedEx. In Mingo County, West Virginia, police say they found human remains in the Dingus area. Deputies with the Mingo County Sheriff's Office say they made the discovery last Thursday. The West Virginia State Police crime scene team were called to assist in the investigation. One man was arrested in connection to an animal cruelty case in Estill County. Police say 85-year-old Bobby Osborne abused several dogs and 1 horse. While serving a search warrant, police found dogs with clear signs of disease and poor health. Osborne is charged with 18 counts of animal cruelty and 17 counts of dogs not being vaccinated against rabies. He is currently out on bond. One former Eastern Kentucky lawyer will spend more than 3 years behind bars. According to our media partner, the Lexington Herald-Leader, James Worthington was sentenced to 41 months in federal prison on Wednesday. He pleaded guilty to wire fraud. Worthington was accused of stealing more than $500,000 from his clients in Louisville. Many of them were elderly veterans. Worthington will also have to pay all of that money back. A bill to clarify the definition of state waters and establish stronger protections for long-term water treatment in mining operations has passed the legislature. The bill, known as Senate Bill 89, is sponsored by Senator Scott Maiden. The bill updates the state's environmental laws to provide a more precise definition of waters to the Commonwealth to ensure consistency in regulations. And here's part of a statement from Senator Maiden about the bill passing legislation. He says, quote, "In places like Eastern Kentucky, where mining is part of our history and economy, we need to make sure companies take responsibility for long-term water treatment if it is needed." Senate Bill 89 puts stronger safeguards in place while keeping regulations fair and straightforward.
As we're heading into the afternoon, we will see those temperatures warm up, but we are staying in the 30s. Most places will be above freezing, but as you travel more towards the north, we'll see some temperatures that are at or below that freezing line for today. Now, as you're heading into the next couple of days, here's what you can expect. Those temperatures will be quite cold all week long. We're looking 34 for today, 33 for your Tuesday. By the time we get to Wednesday, we're looking in the 20s, 26 for Wednesday and 22 for your Thursday, seeing that chance of snow pop up as we're heading into your Tuesday and going into your Wednesday. Here's a look at that bus stop forecast as you're heading to the bus this morning. 24 degrees on the way to school with that 20% chance of seeing some light snowfall this morning. By the time you head home, we're looking in the low 30s with partly cloudy skies.